This week's lesson is on the Renaissance. We're starting a new video project, and in this video project, I'm going to give you a list of the key concepts you need to know for the lesson. And after you watch the video, we're going to debate what should have remained on the list, what should have I added, what should have I taken off from the list. And I hope you like this video series. Thanks. The first concept we'll learn about this week is the city of Florence. Florence was located on the Arno River just north of central Italy. Between 1300 and 1600, it was home to some of the greatest artists and thinkers of the Renaissance. Number 2 is the Arno River. Like all great cities, Florence was located along a river. Florence was also a banking center of Europe during the Renaissance. People came to the Mercato Nuovo to trade their coins for florins, the gold coins of Florence. Another popular spot in the city was the Ponte Vecchio, a beautiful stone bridge that spanned the Arno River, and even today is lined with shops of fine jewelers and goldsmiths. Number 3 is the Duomo. Florence's most notable building is the Cathedral Santa Maria del Fiore, with its towering Duomo. Duomo means dome in Italian. The cathedral was the center of the city's religious life. Nearby is a Palazzo Vecchio, or Old Palace, which was the headquarters of the city government. The Gran Palazzo Medici was the home of Florence's ruling family, the Medici family. The fourth major concept is the Palazzo Vecchio. During the Renaissance, the Palazzo Vecchio housed the government of Florence. Today, city officials are still in the building, but parts are also a museum today, with many famous paintings and sculptures. The next person you should know about this week is Filippo Brunelleschi. Brunelleschi was an architect. One of the most impressive architectural feats of the Renaissance is the Santa Maria del Fiore. This is the great cathedral located in the center of Florence. Florentines started building this 8-sided cathedral in 1296, but they had to leave an opening for the dome because at the time they did not know how to build a sufficiently large dome that would not collapse. It took the Renaissance architect Filippo Brunelleschi to solve this problem. The sixth most important concept you need to know this week is Michelangelo. Michelangelo was a sculptor and painter. He was most famous for his sculptures. 3 sculptures you might know are the statue of David, the Pietà, and the statue of Moses. Now, in the picture you see the Pietà. The Pietà is Mary holding Jesus after the crucifixion. Something really strange happened in the 70s to this statue. A man with mental issues decided to attack the statue and broke pieces off of the statue, and it had to be restored. Now it is behind bulletproof glass, as you can see in the picture. The final concept for the week is the Medici family. The Medici maintained their power in a number of ways. With their vast wealth, they built palaces and were able to maintain a strong army. They were involved in or controlled all aspects of life in the city. They were great sponsors of artists, writers, and musicians, whose work beautified Florence and made the city famous. The Medici also were constantly watchful for enemies who plotted against their family. This image is of Lorenzo de' Medici, one of the most famous members of the Medici family. A leading patron of art and scholarship, Lorenzo ruled Florence for more than 20 years, from 1469 until his death in 1492. 2 years later, a revolution forced the Medici into temporary exile until the family regained power in 1512. And that's the end of the Pepys list for Florence. Do you agree with the list? What should I add? What should I take away?